Welcome in everyone, StatMatt here, again with yet another video. Hope everyone's having a great day, and I hope everyone is staying safe during this pandemic and hard times. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and without further ado, let's get into this video. So today, we're going to be talking about end of season awards for the NBA. Of course, everyone knows that the NBA got canceled back in March due to the coronavirus, and right now the league is on cancel. So we are going to have to pretty much infer or pretty much guess on what these awards are going to be, because who knows if there's going to be a season. So there is Sixth Man of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Most Improved Player, Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, and to top it all off, Coach of the Year. And we're going to start with Sixth Man of the Year. And the person I have receiving Sixth Man of the Year is the shooting guard out of the Thunder. His name is Dennis Schroeder. He's having a very, very good season, averaging 19 points a game, 3.7 rebounds, 4.1 assists, while shooting 47% from the field, 38% from deep, and 84% from the free throw line. You know, he's just one of those players, just like Lou Williams, just like anyone else that has been a great coming off the bench, Jamal Crawford. He's just that guy that can literally get you a bucket when you need to. I've seen it time and time again where Schroeder steps in the last second. He doesn't start at all. He started one game this whole entire year. One game out of the 50-something they played, and he comes in and gets big buckets when they need it. He's a very good drive to the basket shooting guard, which you don't see a lot. You see guys that like to take the three, but he prefers driving to the basket, getting that contact, going to the line, something that you like to see on a guy that just cares about winning games. And you can see that mentality of winning and that mentality of leadership rubbing off on him from Chris Paul. The Oklahoma City wasn't even supposed to be in the playoff picture this year because they traded away their two stars, of course, in Paul George and Russell Westbrook. And now they really have a great future in Shea, Schroeder, and they have a bunch of draft picks. Chris Paul has really rubbed off on this whole team, reinstilling a mindset of winning. And Billy Donovan has also been able to finally coach a team, getting away from Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook and all those personalities that he had to deal with. And everyone is finally listening to him. And you're seeing the great coach that he once was in college and transferring to the NBA, and it's transferring to wins. They were up to the 4th seed at one point, and really one of those teams that I don't want to see in the playoffs. And most of it has to do with Dennis Schroeder. That's who I have winning Sixth Man of the Year. So the next award I'm going to be talking about is Most Improved Player. And who I have winning that award is none other than the small forward out of New Orleans, Brandon Ingram of the Pelicans. Now, there's a lot of questions going into his 4th year, but I'm sure he has finally shut up the haters and the people that doubted him. He got drafted number 2 overall by the Lakers back in 2016, and a lot of them have been pegged as just a really good scoring small forward, basically Kevin Durant-esque. And finally this year, he broke out and is averaging very, very good stats. 24 points a game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. He got his first All-Star nod, and also this is the most field goal attempts in his career with 18, and his efficiency really didn't go down. His three-point percentage is at 39%, tied for his career high. Field goal percentage is 46%, and free throw percentage is 86%, which is also his highest of his career, finally getting out of that threshold of only 60%, which was very dismal in his first 3 other years. Ingram showed an ability to lead a team. Really, this Pelicans team was always on the verge of getting into the playoffs once the team finally learned how to play. Now, they had to deal with injuries early on. Big part of that was Derek Favors, of course, Zion. But once they got those 2 players back, Ingram was still one of the main guys that was contributing. He could very well either sign back with the Pelicans this offseason because he is going to be a restricted free agent, or he could say, hey, look, I'm going to be a franchise player, and I can lead a team to a championship. I just need a companion. In my opinion, stay with the Pelicans, sign about a 2-year deal. Give Zion time to come back healthy, get in the playoffs, get experience, and then go on your own way. But Ingram, like I said, he definitely looked Kevin Durant-esque this year. The ability to score the basketball was evident. Also, defense, lacking his first 3 years, stepped it up. He just all around impressed me. And of course, like I said, finally got his all-star nod. And his efficiency this year, highest of his career, 53%. Last year, it was around 40% or low, and then the other 2 years as well. Just all around great player now. He definitely, like I said, can be a franchise player. And honestly, I hated to see him getting traded to the Pelicans, but I think it was also best for him. He finally broke out of his shell, got away from the Lakers, expecting way too much of him early on. He was able to develop, and now the Slenderman is an all-star and maybe a future franchise player. The next award that I'm going to be talking about is Rookie of the Year. Now, the person I am choosing is, in my opinion, the clear-cut winner. If you disagree, leave down in the comments why you disagree. But I am going with Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies. He took a Grizzlies organization that was clearly in a rebuild situation and has led them to an 8th seed as we speak right now. He is averaging 17.6 a game, 3.5 rebounds, and 6.9 assists while shooting almost 50% from the field, 37% from deep, and shooting 77% from the line. Great percentages and averages by the young rookie out of Murray State. This guy really put the world on fire, trying to dunk over anyone possible. Kevin Love almost ended his life that night if that dunk would have went through. It was insane to see his athleticism, and it was insane to just see him go leaps and bounds above what a lot of people thought he'd be with that second overall pick. No one really thought this draft class would have been very good without Zion, but really Ja Morant has revitalized what it means to be kind of an underdog. Not a 5-star recruit, Murray State found him, took him 2 years to really develop into the NBA talent, and now is putting the world on notice. Also, his efficiency rating was a 52%, which is really good for a rookie. Like I said, great averages, just an all-around player, wants to get his team involved, but is willing to take a big shot when needed. And trust me, he took a lot of big shots to have his team to the 8th seed. Also, Dillon Brooks is another player that has developed for this Memphis Grizzlies team that was great. Jaren Jackson has came along, Valanciunas. Really, this team is set up for Ja. He's a great drive and pop-out scorer, and he has three-point shooters all around there. That's exactly what you want to do. Like I said, this is basically Russell Westbrook prototype, but he can shoot the three. And if he can really just develop and realize that you don't have to go 100 miles an hour every single drive, this guy will have a very long career. And I can see MVP, I can see championships in his future if he's able to keep this core for the Grizzlies. One of the most fun players I've seen come out of a draft, and being so young as well. Just an all-around great person, great scorer, and great distributor of the ball. The passes he can make are amazing, and Ja Morant is my Rookie of the Year. The next award I'm going to be talking about is Defensive Player of the Year, and the person I have taking that award is a power forward out of Los Angeles, Anthony the Brow Davis for the Lakers, averaging 26.6 points a game, 9.4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2.4 blocks, while shooting 51% from the field, 33% from deep, and 84% from the line, which is the highest of his career. Now, Anthony Davis, one of the most versatile defenders we've seen ever. Next to really Kawhi Leonard, this guy can lock up 1 through 5 in my opinion. He has the skills of a guard to be able to have that long wingspan, but also great footwork to stay in front of pretty much anyone. His shot blocking is literally incredible. This guy can block anything from floaters to people trying to dunk over him. This guy is great chase down blocker and is also someone that can just be a great on ball, off ball, get through the screen, slip through the screen, get a steal, and just has those hustle plays. Davis also, of course, is no shy person when it comes to the offensive side, but where he shines the most, in my opinion, is where the defense is. The Lakers, really outside of LeBron and Danny Green, don't have great defenders, and for them to be the 1 seed in the West without really having a defense, Anthony Davis is pretty much 75% of their defense and does a great job of being an all-around player for them. But like I said, the way he moves on the court to me is just incredible. When he was in high school, of course, was a point guard, so that's why I think he knows how to guard those smaller positions because he had to, and it stays in his muscle memory. And when he got bigger, really, he stayed just as agile, but also has that mean streak where he just wants to block the crap out of you. So that is my player for Defensive Player of the Year, Anthony Davis. The next award I'm going to be talking about is the MVP, Most Valuable Player of the League. And for this year, I'm going for Giannis Antetokounmpo. That means he would win back-to-back MVPs. Not a lot of players have done that in this league, but Giannis is definitely very well deserving, averaging 29.6 points a game, 13.7 rebounds, 5.8 assists, blocking 1 shot a game, shooting 54% from the field, 30% from 3, and not shooting the greatest from the line, only 63% for the year. Giannis has just been able to do everything this year and then some, leading his team to the best record in the league, having the ability to still improve while losing Malcolm Brogdon, being able to add a 3-point shot finally in catch and shoot situations, being able to still improve on his body, becoming stronger and more durable, being able to only have to play 30 minutes a game, which is his second lowest from his rookie season. This guy is averaging insane numbers, and really the numbers speak for themselves, and also the record. Giannis, of course, everyone knows the name by now, probably one of the most popular players in the league. Really, he surprises me. Added this Euro step dunk this year. Like I said, added the 3-point shot. Really, the only thing that has kind of disappointed people this year is the free throw. But sometimes, people go through a free throw slump. But Giannis, one thing, is a winner. He chooses to be a winner. Is he going to stay in Milwaukee? People aren't sure, but I really think he is. I think he likes his team. Also, someone very underrated as his teammate, Chris Middleton, has really stepped up this year in the spot of losing Malcolm Brogdon. But Giannis has also stepped up even bigger this year. His efficiency is off the radar at 58%. And like I said, just doing things that normal players can't. Definitely the MVP of the league, and definitely a bright star. I see more MVPs, I see championships in his future, and I just see a great career for the rest of his career. And for the last award of the day, we're going to be talking about Coach of the Year, and I have that going to none other than the coach of the Toronto Raptors, Nick Nurse. The Raptors, of course, won the championship last year with Kawhi, had Pascal Siakam winning Most Improved. Just honestly, this team has surprised me. Fred VanVleet stepping up a ton. Kyle Lowry still able to produce later in his career. Marc Gasol injured, but when he comes in and plays, still a great defensive force. Serge Ibaka really stepped up this year, but still dealt with injuries. OG Anunoby finally got rid of injuries and has played like that 3-and-D player we saw. And to top it all off, Pascal was really in MVP conversations the whole year, but just couldn't get over the hump. But still an all-star and a great player. But the person to tie that all together, none other than Nick Nurse. Right now, they were sitting at 46-18 before the break, winning 70% of their wins. They just look like a team that could really be a contender, and really they are in the East. The East really this year is probably one of the weakest it's been in a while, with only Giannis to really beat. The Raptors really had a chance to probably make another championship run this year, but because of the pandemic has been canceled and the season, we don't know if it's going to continue. Nick Nurse once again has proven that he deserves to be in this league. It was okay for them to fire Dwayne Casey. They won a championship. They're a 2 seed in the East, and they have tons of young players. They still have their picks, and they have one of the best owners in Usai Ujiri, and they really just have a great future for this team. Nick Nurse is my coach of the year. And that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, leave comments down below saying who you would have picked instead, or if you disagree with how I was talking about the players, if you think I should have chose someone else. Always subscribe, like, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. And guys, just stay safe out there. Make sure you social distancing. Make sure you do the proper requirements so that way we can get back to watching sports once again. And as always, StatMatt out. You average, my shit is mean, cause I keep a chip on me. Pray nobody switch on me, or it's gonna get a bit stormy. I know it's all on me. Yeah.